Welcome to the Empty Wagon Fantasy Football Podcast. Brad and Josh in the studio. I'm here not because I want to be here, because I have to be here.
Wow.
It's all thanks to Josh.
No, our games aren't over yet.
You're right, it's not. But it's over. On a lighter note, though, you want to know something funny happened today?
Okay.
So my son Connor was in the other room, had a Bluetooth speaker hooked up to his little iPod.
Okay.
And I hear, "Welcome to the Empty Wagon Fantasy Football Podcast." And he's like, "You're on YouTube, Dad." He found us on YouTube.
Oh, that's awesome.
So he's super excited. He's like, "Is your one going to be on YouTube tonight?" And I said, "It'll be on there in the morning." He's like, "Okay, you're going to pipe it in for me so I can watch it."
We finally have a viewer.
Yes.
On YouTube.
Whatever.
That's awesome. I'll take it.
Still counts.
I'll take it.
But yeah, I was like, because he was super, he like came in like showing it to us, like me and Carla didn't know, but.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Connor's a cool kid. I like him.
Yeah, super excited about it.
We had our Christmas party, our work party, on Saturday.
We did. It was fun.
That was fun. You cleaned up a little bit.
Oh, well, I needed to because if I knew how this week was going to go.
All right. Got you some bean bags.
$200 in cashola.
Yeah, you did all right.
Didn't do too shabby.
Huh. I got a dehydrator.
Dude, you could be dehydrating so much stuff. Have you guys used it yet?
No, I just got it.
Oh my God. I'd have had that thing hooked up. I'd have been like slicing bananas in there.
All right.
Apple cores.
No, didn't do any of that.
No.
Sorry, bud.
It's okay.
We do have some games to get to, though.
Yeah, we do.
A lot of injuries this week.
A lot of injuries. A lot of weirdness for fantasy.
Yeah. If you are still in it after all of this.
Melvin Gordon's supposed to be back.
Oh.
I know you're happy about that. James Conner said he's supposed to be back next week, too. So if you survive through those, you're going to get paid off. But we'll see how everything went. Because we had some duds. Some Philip Lindsey's.
Oh.
Nick Chubb's.
Oh.
Julian Edelman saved it at the last drive.
Keenan Allen.
Oh my. We kind of talked about that, but.
Aaron Jones.
Yep. You want to get Thursday night first? I didn't think about that.
Yeah, let's do Thursday night first. It was Chargers Chiefs in Kansas City.
And Chargers won.
They did win. How did they win, Brad?
A little 2-point conversion.
With 4 seconds left.
So, was it last week you were asking me if I liked the coach, Anthony Lynn?
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know. But then I heard a little report. So, I guess as soon as they started that drive, when they scored the touchdown, he looked at Ken Whisenhunt and said, if we score, we're going for 2.
As soon as they started the drive?
Yes. They weren't even in the red zone yet. Weren't even moving down the field. He's like, if we score, we're going for 2.
I like it.
Because I guess the way the Chargers' record is, they just need one more win to secure the playoff spot.
That's gutsy, and I like it.
So if you win this game, you got a chance of getting a bye and a possibly home field game. So whatever. Loved it. But Phillip Rivers, 313 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions.
That's pretty good, especially
Not
without
bad.
his main receiver.
Yeah, better. And then, I mean, it's almost better than Patrick Mahomes.
They were down their number 1 receiver. They were down their number 1 and number 2 running back. Mm-hmm. And they still came out with a W.
Oh, no, they had a number 1 wide receiver.
They didn't have his normal number 1 wide receiver.
Yeah. Justin Jackson had a good game, 58 yards, touchdown, and had 3 catches, so PPR wasn't too bad.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad.
I mean, he was a good RB2 numbers there. I mean, better than...
Both of the Williamses
Yeah.
had some pretty decent games. One of them a little better than the other.
So, Damian Williams, 6 for 74. No touchdowns on the ground.
Oh, we're looking back at the KC now?
Oh, you said the Williams. Oh, you were talking about the other.
Mike and Tyrell.
Oh, there's so many Williams in this game.
There were 4 fantasy relevant Williams in this game.
Ooh, there's Todd Gurley back.
4.
Okay, Mike Williams, 7 for 76, 2 touchdowns.
Good game.
Tyrell Williams, 6 for 71.
Mike Williams was a straight.
You know what? Honestly, you said you could start Tyrell. You could have started him. He wouldn't have killed you.
6 for 71. That wasn't going to injure day.
Yeah, but Mike Williams, what I forgot to mention, was 1 19-yard run for a touchdown as well. 34 points in PPR.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Pretty good on my bench. Could have really used that.
But you wouldn't have played him over who you had.
Kenneth Dixon?
You could have played Julian Edelman. There were other options that you could have had.
Whoa!
Wow, Jared Goff is just playing like an idiot right now.
Somebody look
I'm
up.
not saying he is an idiot. I'm saying he's playing like an idiot.
Oh, somebody look up and see who the backup is there.
It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
With that offense,
Jeff Fisher is coming to save the day.
oh, all right.
Antonio Gates had a decent little game. 4 for 54.
For a tight end, yeah, that's good.
Yeah, Keenan Allen went up and he caught. I say caught because he did catch it, but he was a little bit out of bounds.
His shoulder hit out of bounds before he got both feet
But
down.
he landed on that hip, and it was just all bad.
It says possibly multi-week injury.
Not good.
So it's a hip pointer is what they said. We'll see what comes out with this. If you are a Keenan Allen owner, like you are, and you're going to move on, you may need to be finding a replacement for him. Would you be willing to go out if Mike Williams is out there on your waiver wire? Would you start him if Keenan Allen is out?
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Tyrell Williams still had more targets.
Yeah. But I think it was apparent to me that Mike Williams is going to be the red zone guy.
Yeah.
Tyrell's the big shot, big play guy.
And we haven't seen it yet from Mike Williams, but I do want to see a catch and run with him. We haven't saw a lot of his catches, but
he didn't need to. Well, he ran 19 yards on that rushing play.
yeah, but it was just a run.
Yeah, it's fine though.
Okay. Kansas City side of the ball. Patrick Mahomes
he was average.
Yeah, it wasn't your normal Patrick Mahomes.
No, but I mean,
Are you worried about the Kansas City weather maybe affecting Patrick Mahomes, the coldness?
I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about the fact that he doesn't have any. He's losing playmakers left and right.
Yeah, well, his day could have been a lot different if Tyreek catches that one that hit him in the head.
Oh yeah,
We're having a whole different conversation about this game.
Oh, thank goodness Tyreek missed that one.
That's what I'm saying. If Tyreek catches that off his head, we're having a whole different conversation about Patrick Mahomes. This whole offense, the game probably is different.
Hit him right in the face mask,
And it bounced off him again.
Yep.
So we'll see. I do worry about the cold weather with a offense like Kansas City, a finesse style offense in the cold weather.
I don't know. I think losing Spencer Ware, losing Kareem Hunt, losing Sammy Watkins, Tyreek Hill being banged up. I mean, this has to have an effect on your flow. We're seeing it right now with the Rams. Like, their offensive flow is just destroyed right now. It seems like ever since both of these teams had this explosion against each other in LA a few weeks ago.
And then had the bye.
And then they had the bye. It just seemed like they've both kind of just been sputtering along.
And this is a Philadelphia team that got worked by the Cowboys.
They're not good. But the Rams are, they're struggling right now.
So let's stick with the Chiefs, though. Damian Williams. Do you think if Spencer Ware comes back, he has a bigger role, goes back to the role he had before?
You know, I'm not really sure yet. He looked good because he did break some plays, but they did a good job of trying to get him out in space and create those plays for him.
It's easy to create space for running backs when Patrick Mahomes and Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce are out there.
Yes. So
you don't have to face a lot of 8 in the box.
I don't know. I'm going to be interested to see what the practice reports say about Spencer Ware. If he's looking good, like Tuesday, Wednesday, and he's practicing and everything like that, I think I'll be okay starting Spencer Ware. But if not, Damian Williams is going to be a great.
I think he's great in PPR because we have 6 receptions for 74 yards. He had the most yardage on the team.
That's pretty good.
So
I'll perk up. It's not bad.
And then Darnell Williams had a touchdown. Didn't he?
No,
he did.
He did not.
That was last week. No, yeah, he did. He had one right. One receiving.
Damian and Daryl.
Yeah, I said Darnell.
Daryl?
Daryl.
Yeah.
Daryl Williams.
All right.
Travis Kelce, 7 for 61.
Yeah.
It was a good tight end game, but just not what you expect from Travis Kelce.
Yeah.
Tyreek Hill, though, we talked about the one off his head. Could be a whole lot different. Are you worried about Tyreek Hill injury? Because it just didn't seem like it affected him on the field.
No, I'm not worried
during the game.
I'm not worried about it at all.
Anybody else? Kelvin Benjamin, 2 targets.
Who cares? Let's go to the Saturday games.
The Saturday games?
Yeah, let's do that.
All right. What's the first one here? Texans-Jets?
Texans-Jets.
It was actually a game. This was actually a pretty competitive game.
They were Lamar Miller got hurt after gaining 8 yards. Didn't see the field rest of the night. Alfred Blue came in there, though, and really rescued the day with 6 yards on 9 carries. So
that's not a good average.
Deshaun Watson got sacked a bajillion times. But luckily, he still had a great fantasy day. 294 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Only 6 times.
26 rushing yards, which really helped. But all of his passes, well, 10 of them anyway, went to DeAndre Hopkins.
11 of the targets, yeah.
170 yards, 2 touchdowns. Whew.
Crash into the sun.
Like a boss. And then Demaryius Thomas did a little bit too, but no one cares. 6 for 59. Not really any other fantasy relevant players on that side. Sam Darnold, though, he had a pretty decent game. 253 yards, 2 touchdowns.
So he targeted Robbie Anderson 11 times. We talked about this earlier this season that he wasn't going Robbie Anderson's way because they were not as safe of throws. Do you think now that the Jets are out of it, they say, hey, Sam, let it fly. Like, if you throw 6 picks in the game, it doesn't matter. We're not making the playoffs. We're not playing for anything.
They should have been letting him do that anyway.
Well, maybe early in the season. Remember they won some games early?
Yeah, early, but I'm saying now, I mean, you got nothing to lose.
Open the offense up. See what you got, right?
You knew you weren't going to be winning anything with Sam Darnold in his rookie year.
Yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying. But
especially around this team. This is a depleted team.
If you're a Keenan Allen owner, would you go after Robbie Anderson? He's probably out there at waivers. He's been having a terrible year. He got 11 targets, 7 receptions, 96 yards.
I'd have to look and see what the matchup is for Robbie next week. But I
mean, if he's going to get 11 targets.
If he's going to get 11 targets, that sounds great. But I don't know that that's going to happen. And I still have to put a lot of eggs in the old Sam Darnold basket, which I'm not. I feel a little bit more comfortable with this guy named Phillip Rivers than I do Sam Darnold. So
yeah, but I mean, Mike Williams is probably going to be a way higher waiver price. Yeah. I mean, so if you're playing for championship and you let non-playoff teams do waivers, and any of them are trying to play still.
I want to put that rule in now. Yeah. Let's do it now.
I think we probably need to revisit that in redraft. Dynasty, I don't care. You don't get the points. Elijah McGuire, though. How do you feel about Elijah McGuire? 42 yards. Terrible rushing game, but Houston's defense is pretty good.
He had the touchdown, 3 receptions. I think Elijah McGuire, he did have a big fumble, pretty costly fumble.
And the Crow is on the IR, so he is the guy.
Yeah, Elijah McGuire might not be a bad ad. I didn't mean to rhyme there.
Yeah, you did. The Jets have the Packers next week.
Oh, yeah, I would feel really good if I started Robbie Anderson.
Okay. Doesn't scare you?
No, not even a little bit.
All righty. Moving on to Denver at home against the Browns.
Break my heart. Good for you, Browns.
So Greg Williams has more wins than Hugh Jackson did his whole time with the Browns.
Yeah, so Greg Williams has coached 6 games. He's gone 4-2. And Hugh Jackson coached
3 years, 2.5 years.
2.5 years and won 3 games. And he tied 1.
Yeah.
So, if so facto, Hugh Jackson's an awful coach.
Yep.
Yeah, I was excited. I mean, it wasn't a pretty game from a fantasy standpoint. There was really not a lot of fantasy relevant players. I mean, Brandon McManus had 12 points for Denver.
Nick Chubb had 100 yards.
He did.
You would have loved to see a touchdown to cap off that 100 yards, but it's still 100 yards. No catches, though.
It was really strange to see Duke Johnson get 4 carries and then get 4 receptions.
5 targets.
Yeah, that was really...
They haven't used him at all, and then this game they decided to.
It was strange.
I wonder maybe this is a little bit shorter of a week. I know it's only 1 day, but when you talk about the practices building up to the game, Duke Johnson pretty much had the week off last week.
Yeah.
Because of, personal things going on. So I wonder if maybe they tried to maybe let Nick Chubb rest a little bit. Because he is the future there. Let's be honest. Nick Chubb is the guy that's going to be there. He's on a rookie deal.
Yeah. And that's fine. And they've already paid Duke. So, but outside, I mean, not really. Jarvis Landry kind of crapped the bed. Antonio Callaway got a touchdown for you, 5 for 35.
Rashad Perryman got a touchdown. Who called it? If they're still going to use him on those deep throws, man.
I think you did. Case Keenum, hopefully you didn't start him. Philip Lindsey, though, he was real bust this week.
Yeah.
Real bust. 14 for 24.
If you're in PPR, it saved you. It's the 4 catches.
For 20 yards, though. You would have liked
that's
to
4 points. At least get him up to 8. If you're in standard, he got you 4 points.
This is a real bummer of a game for Philip Lindsay.
Tim Patrick is the leading reception getter.
Yep. Well,
tell me what position Tim Patrick
he didn't
plays.
get the most receptions.
He got the most yards.
Deshaun Hamilton.
He got the most, yes.
But got the most receptions.
What position does Tim Patrick play?
Wide receiver.
Okay. Tim Patrick.
It's only because I'm looking right at it.
I know.
I
had to look.
Well, we're depleted at tight end as well. I mean, Matt Lacoste is our best tight end, and he's not very good. So, yeah, it was a bad game. Royce Freeman is he.
He had a better average than Philip Lindsay on the ground.
He did. This Browns defense, they want to win games, man. Yeah. Broncos are officially eliminated from the playoffs, and the Browns are officially eliminated now because of Pittsburgh winning.
Yes.
But they hung in there, dude, and I'm excited about the future of the of the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah, I wonder if Greg Williams is going to get himself a job as a coach there.
I don't think so. Now, Freddie Kitchens,
well,
that offensive coordinator, he might stick around.
Well, yeah, we'll see. We'll see who comes in there, if they bring anybody else in. Or this is the reason I have an issue with bringing in interim coaches, is because of Greg Williams. Let's say they win 1 or 2 more games. He goes 5 or 6 wins.
No, what you hope is that.
But it's going to be hard to fire a guy that's had the best. He would have the most wins of any of your coaches for the past 4 years, 5 years.
Yeah, but the thing is hopefully the owner realizes that just their roster is talented and they have someone that can utilize them a little bit. Greg Williams is not a great head coach.
Maybe he's what this team needs. A little bounty gate. Maybe they need a little money on the side.
Yeah, he did that. Won a Super Bowl. So if you want to win.
And then Jeff Fisher brought him back into the league.
Ugh.
So Jeff Fisher saved the Browns.
Yeah. I mean, ipso facto, if you want to round about it like that. Yeah, sure.
Jeff Fisher saved the Browns.
Well, he did something.
All right. We got Arizona. We got Atlanta.
Do we?
I mean, Arizona got a touchdown early, made it look good, and then they got a touchdown in garbage time.
Josh Rosen got pulled in this game.
He did.
For Mike Glennon.
I think he's getting a little gun shy. He got beat up a lot.
And that offensive line is a
that's what I'm saying. The offensive line's bad, and he's getting beat up and just destroyed back there. David Johnson's numbers, not good. He got a touchdown, which, yep, where you're drafting David Johnson, this isn't what you want.
Oh, no. If you drafted David Johnson, chances are you're not in the playoffs anymore.
Yeah.
Chances. I'm not saying
no. Yeah,
but chances are, yeah.
You had an uphill climb.
Yeah.
You would have had to pull up a Philip Lindsey or make some moves or something.
Or James Conner. But, yeah.
I mean, David Johnson's still a better draft pick than Le'Veon Bell.
That's a fact. And so we're going to have a postseason award show for, most valuable running back or biggest bust, things like that. And we're going to talk about that. I think Le'Veon Bell could definitely be on that list.
Yeah. I don't want to get too much into Le'Veon Bell stuff. Larry Fitzgerald, 7 for 82.
Great player.
I mean, it's a great day for Larry Fitz. I mean, that's wide receiver 2-ish numbers.
Sherfield got the touchdown, though, from Glennon. But that was mostly because the starters weren't in the game anymore.
Yeah, and I think Atlanta was just whatever.
Atlanta destroyed them in all phases.
Kevin Coleman, you said you want to know part of him.
Yeah, well, the Cardinals quit.
The Cardinals' run defense is terrible.
But they also quit. This team quit.
Yeah, I think they quit a couple weeks ago.
11 for 145 yards and a touchdown. Whew. Didn't have a catch, didn't need it.
Matt Ryan had 2 passing touchdowns and 1 rushing touchdown.
He ran, yeah, sure, why not? And who else got a touchdown this week? Again.
Julio. Did he come back into the game after he got hurt?
Julio Jones. Yeah, he was still playing.
He's still playing? They brought him back?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, they didn't need to.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't know if they...
But he was good to go. He was healthy.
That's all him.
Calvin Ridley, 5 for 42, okay. Mohamed Sanu, 3 for 30, kind of busted your day, but yeah.
The biggest one that busted everybody here was Austin Hooper. 1 target, 0 catches, 0 yards.
Well, tight end landscape today was miserable.
Yeah. Well, we talked about my team with my kicker got me 0, my tight end got me 0, and a wide receiver got me 0.
Yeah, that'll do it.
I still could win that game.
That'll do it. If you survive something like that, then kudos to you, sir. You deserve it.
Yeah. Anything else you want to talk about this game?
No, Falcons worked them over really
Started
good.
every running back against Arizona.
Yeah, it's pretty much.
Lions, Bills?
Lions, Bills, and this was a game that the Lions could have easily won. They started off really hot. They lost the game 13-14 because their offense decided not to show up in the second half for the most part. Kenny Golladay, though.
Did they go for it? 2?
The Lions?
Yeah.
No, I think they missed.
No. Matt Prater was 1 for 1 on extra points, according to ESPN. So they went for 2.
Yeah, I guess they went for 2. I don't know. I didn't see that part. Aqib Talib just got you an interception. Good for you,
there
Aqib.
You go.
That's why they pay you all that money. Yeah, this was a dismal game. I mean, Matt Patricia's stinking it up over there. Zach Zenner, though, 10 for 45 and a touchdown. That's good. Theo Riddick 8 for 47.
Do you think they bring back Carry On at all this year?
No, I'd say shut him down.
I think you shut him down.
They should.
I wouldn't be surprised if he lands up on the IR. I think they just won't throw him to the IR just so he can get practices and learn the offensive playbook and all that.
But they should shut him down.
All right, Kenny Golladay.
Whew!
7 for 146.
Out of Matt Stafford's 208 yards.
Yes. You would have loved to seen that one touchdown to go to him, and it made the game even crazier, but it's still a great game.
Yeah, let's not be greedy. It was a career high for him.
Yeah.
Good job, Kenny G.
How do you feel about Kenny G going forward?
Oh, I love Kenny G.
Not just this year, but next year.
Next year, he's going to be...
They need to get another wide receiver there.
Well, Marvin Jones come back healthy. And hopefully...
Carry On's healthy.
Carry On, and then TJ Jones gets a little more acclimated. They're going to need another route runner. They don't have a route runner now. They have two guys who can spread the field. That's
They
it.
need a tight end or a Golden Tate-ish guy.
Yes, they need one. And they don't have one right now. It's amazing that they had two of them, Eric Ebron and Golden Tate, and now they don't.
Oh, I was watching that Colts game. It's so funny. They're talking about Eric Ebron because he had a drop that hit him right in the chest.
He had a real bad drop.
Yeah, and they were just like, oh, yeah, Ebron. See, this is his problem in Detroit. But the thing is, Andrew Luck, he'll just keep going to him. He ain't scared.
No.
He's not like Stafford. He'll just keep going to him. He doesn't lose trust in nobody.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, Buffalo side of the ball. Josh Allen threw a touchdown, ran a touchdown in.
They didn't have the yards.
No.
Didn't matter.
But this was an ugly game where I don't think we expected a lot of yards from either team.
Robert Foster, 2 weeks in a row now. Big games. This week he got the touchdown. Undrafted free agent. We thought it might have been Zay Jones. It's turned out to be Robert Foster. How do you feel about him next week, championship week?
Ugh, who do they play? I think they have a bad matchup. Trying to look it up. Oh my gosh.
Okay, a lot of a quiet time.
I know. All right. So Robert Foster, they're at the Patriots.
Yeah.
Patriots defense hasn't looked great, but this is Buffalo against the Patriots
It's Buffalo.
in December.
Buffalo.
I don't want to start
You
him.
said it's at Foxborough?
Yeah,
Yeah, no.
I'm not starting him. Not with this much on the line for the Patriots.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't want to start him. He's a guy I'd probably look at dynasty-wise, holding on to next year. I think Josh Allen, if he can keep this up where he's not getting killed when he's running the ball, where he runs it smartly.
The Patriots better look out, okay? The Dolphins, Jets, and Bills are getting better.
Whew,
And the Patriots are slipping.
they're getting old, man.
I think it's over. Nah, it's not over.
Okay. Theo Riddick. Anything to do with Theo Riddick?
Nope.
Okay, cool. And we got Packers-Bears. The Bears have won the NFC North for the first time since 2010.
Good for you, Bears.
Congratulations, Dylan.
Good for you. Proud of you guys.
Congratulations, Dylan. I know he listens.
He does.
Aaron Rodgers looked like doo-doo. He said he hurt his groin on the Hail Mary pass.
Yeah, quit crying.
Well, he said he played through it, but
He's just coming up with excuses now for why the team still sucks.
he's not the only one that got hurt in this game.
Aaron Jones, possible sprained MCL. Not good.
If you have him and you're going to the championship game, make other arrangements.
And so now I know a lot of people are going to pivot and say, well, we'll just start Jamal Williams because he had a great game.
This is a really good Bears defense, though.
It is a good Bears defense, but I think you need to go back and look at Jamal Williams' history and what he's done when he has been the lead back. That's my advice.
But there's nobody else there. There's no Ty Montgomery. There's no Aaron Jones.
I understand. But just go back and just look.
So, yeah, watch this week and see if the Packers promote a running back or something, because that's a sure sign that Aaron Jones will be inactive.
And with them only having 2 games left, being eliminated from the playoffs, there could be a great chance that Aaron Jones...
And they don't like using Aaron Jones as it is. We all know that.
Just shut him down.
Devontae Adams, still another great game.
Very
8
good.
for 119 and a 2-point conversion.
Very good.
Jamal Williams did have 4 receptions, 42 yards.
Yeah. No, yeah, I saw that, and I didn't realize at that point because I wasn't watching the game.
Yeah.
I was like, why is he in the game? And then whenever they said,
You got the update?
he's down. Thanks, Sleeper, for breaking my heart. Yeah, it was...
He was just on the sidelines, too, with ice on his knee. It was not good.
Yeah.
So,
It was tough.
Mitchell Trubisky,
2 teats.
2 teats.
Good for you, bud. One of them went to Trey Burton because we all saw that coming.
Hey, I mean, he actually got 7 targets in this game. Not Adam Shaheen.
Adam Shaheen still got 2 catches for 39 yards.
He did. But Allen Robinson and Trey Burton both had 7 targets to lead the team.
And this
Are you willing to go back to Trey Burton for your fantasy championship?
I mean, it depends on what your other options are. Like today, I started Cameron Brate, who 1 catch for 9 yards. Yep.
Would you take next week? Would you take Cameron Brate over Trey Burton? Not knowing matches, just back.
Yeah, no, I would still take Cameron Brate. Cameron Brate played Baltimore, and this is a tough defense, and it's a tough defense for them to move the ball, and Jameis is really stupid. So, yeah, I would still take Cameron Brate.
Okay.
Remember, Jameis is stupid.
Allen Robinson on his 7 targets only had 3 catches for 54 yards.
Yeah, might have
Jordan Howard, 19 carries, 60 yards, and a touchdown.
surprise.
Tariq Cohen had 5 catches, 21 yards, but had the receptions
I
to
think
make up for it.
Trying to get Howard going in the playoffs.
It's this time of year, though. This is the year and the time of year that you want Jordan Howard. You get a lead, it's cold, you start slowing the game down, you make these defensive backs have to run up and tackle in the cold where their fingers and everything's numb and it hurts more.
Maybe they've been saving him then.
This was something I did wonder with Jordan Howard.
Yeah.
As it gets colder up in Chicago, do they play more Smash Mouth?
Okay.
All right.
Still
Anything
no.
else?
Nope. Let's move on to the Bengals and the Raiders.
Next week, would you start Mitch over Aaron Rodgers? Not knowing who they're playing, just
Yes.
rest of the season?
Yes.
Is Aaron Rodgers still the first quarterback off the board for you next? Well, not named Patrick Mahomes next year?
No. No,
Okay.
not even close.
Is he even in your top 5 for next year?
No.
Woo.
He's not in the top 5 right now. Why would he be in my top 5 next year?
He was in the top 5 last year.
I don't understand this whole obsession with people taking quarterbacks early anyway, but whatever.
Would you take Russell Wilson over him? As bad as Russell Wilson started the season off? And you know because we owned it.
Russell Wilson's always a slow starter
Mhm.
every year, but I think they're in the same range.
Okay. Raiders, Bengals, 16-30.
Good job, Bengals. You won one.
Jeff Driscoll threw for 130 yards and his team put up 30 points.
It wasn't Jeff Driscoll's.
I know. It was a little guy named Joe Mixon. 27 carries, 129 yards, 2 touchdowns.
He is the offense.
Yeah. He also had 2 receptions just for 1 yard. But
And Tyler Boyd left this game with an injury.
yeah. Was it a knee?
Yeah, it was his knee, but he still did score a touchdown on the way out, so that helped you, but you need to be paying attention to the injury reports for Tyler Boyd.
Yep. And this is another team that's pretty much out of it, so they may just shut him down and definitely take it easy on him.
And then it could just be all Giovanni Bernard and John Ross, because that's what you want for your football team.
Ooh.
Jared Goff is going to get someone killed.
So Derek Carr throws a touchdown. Can you guess who threw the touchdown to? Do you know?
Off the top of my head, I would say it was Jared Cook.
It was a tight end.
Yeah, so that's what you would think is like, oh, well, it's got to be
Yeah.
Jared Cook if he threw a touchdown, right? Am
Or
I
Jordy
wrong?
Nelson, Jalen Richard, Seth Roberts.
Was it not? Any of
No,
those
it was
guys?
Lee Smith, the blocking tight end, who has 7 touchdowns on his career. He's had 1 in the last 3 games. Last 3 games he's had a touchdown in each of those games.
I mean, there are running out of options in Oakland. People throw the ball to, so.
Oh my god! But Derek Carr's so bad. Me and you watched part of this game. He is bad.
Well, I mean, he played well last week. It's just, dude, their team is just bad. Just bad.
They got a lot of number 1 picks coming next year.
Bad team.
Is there anybody from the Raiders you want? Jared Cook, just because he's a tight end.
I still want Jared Cook. But that's it.
Jordy Nelson,
No,
6 for 88.
I don't care.
Okay.
That's it
All
for my
right.
game.
Yeah, John Ross didn't do anything.
How about this next game? This is a surprise.
What is it?
The Cowboys and the Colts.
Yeah, so
Cowboys
the Cowboys have been. So if I told you the final score of that game was 23-0, didn't tell you who scored what, and you hadn't watched football all week.
Cowboys won that game.
Yeah.
That's what I would assume. I would be wrong.
So did you see the meme going around about Dak Prescott's perfume?
No.
It says whatever the name of it is. It's got, the picture. And it says Dak Cologne for when you don't want to score.
Oh, that's not good. Come on. Yeah, no, Dak did have an awful game. There were some people like, yeah, I think you start Dak this week. I was one of them.
I do this too. I thought Amari Cooper was going to line him up.
Yeah, we all did. And the whole offense, outside of Zeke, of course, because Zeke is great.
Zeke didn't even have a great game, though. He had a fumble.
He still had 120 yards of offense.
Yes, but I'm saying, like, you expected more with this matchup.
You did. You just didn't get it. The Colts were ready to play.
Blake Jarwin, the tight end for the Cowboys, had the most yards.
Yep.
Zeke had the most receptions.
Yep.
And the most targets.
What do you mean you didn't see this coming? You didn't see this coming?
No, I mean...
Okay. I just thought you saw this
after Amari Cooper's big games he's had, you thought they would find ways to get Amari the ball. They didn't.
Yeah, people were starting Amari with confidence, and this probably cost them their week.
Yeah, me.
I wasn't going to point fingers.
Yeah,
we don't know that your week is over. Anyway, we're not going to touch back on that. Yeah, I don't know. It was just a disappointing showing from the Cowboys offense. Really, the only person who gave you anything was Zeke. Outside of that, you pretty much got a bad deal now. Now, on the other side of the ball.
It wasn't much. I mean, Marlon Mack, but probably nobody started Marlon Mack.
Actually, my wife did in the toilet bowl. So.
Paid off for it.
Paid off.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, most people that had Marlon Mack that started him probably aren't in the playoffs.
T.Y. still got 85 yards on 5 catches, which was okay. Wasn't great.
Yeah, but Marlon Mack, 139 yards, 2 touchdowns. Like, if I told you running back had 27 carries, 139 yards, 2 touchdowns this game, you'd be like, Zeke went off again.
I know this is a weird game. And
Andrew Luck, no touchdowns.
He didn't need to. It was a strange game. The Cowboys' defense is still very good.
So, Naheem Hines had 4 catches for 45 yards. He's still very much being used in this offense.
Yep.
As a pass-catching back. In Dynasty, are you holding on to Hines?
Yes.
With Marlon Mack's injury history and everything?
Yes, I'm still holding on to Naeem Hines.
Okay. Probably not a guy you want to start, especially in your championship. But other than this, really nothing. Eric Ebron, 1 for 8.
That was a real letdown.
Yes. He had a couple big catches that he just won. There was a bunch of holding. There's a penalties galore in this game, too.
Yeah, it was a real letdown. Yeah, I'm not really interested to talk about the rest of this game. That's pretty much it.
Okay.
Vikings, Dolphins. The Vikings came to play today.
All right, so me and you already talked about this, but another hypothetical. Frank Gore goes down. A Miami running back gets 10 carries, 12 carries. Who is it?
Oh, it's Kenyon Drake. It's got to be Kenyon Drake.
Wrong! 12 carries. So I started thinking about this after
Is
me.
it Damian Williams? I thought they traded, or I thought he's on the Chiefs now.
Yeah, it is Kalen Balash, the rookie who's been inactivated for most of the season.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
But I did think about this. So Kenyon Drake's been nursing a shoulder injury, right?
Stupid idiot.
Kenyon Drake's been nursing a shoulder injury. They were never in this game once Frank Gore went out.
It could have been.
Maybe they were not, because Kenyon Drake still did get passing downward.
It could have been Kenyon Drake's 75-yard touchdown.
He got 3 receptions for 28 yards. Do you think they're trying to let his shoulder get right?
Why?
If his shoulder's not good, you don't want to completely ruin him.
I don't see what we're waiting for. I don't know.
Kalen Ballage, though.
He had a good game.
Would you add him?
Yeah, he's definitely worth a speculative.
Because Minnesota's defense isn't terrible.
We have to see how hurt Frank Gore is. And he still had 123 yards, which he had basically 50 on 11 carries. We'll say that because the other 75 came.
Which isn't bad.
No, 50 on 11 carries is not a bad game.
Especially in a game where you're down by like 3 scores.
Absolutely. I think Kalen Ballage is definitely worth an add. Kenyon Drake. Wow. Just
I wonder if the shoulder's worse than what we thought it was.
No, I just think that Adam Gase is stupid.
And then no wide receiver there is worth talking about at all.
They all busted. All of them.
Kirk Cousins, 215, 2 touchdowns, interception. Didn't do great, but didn't probably kill your week. Dalvin Cook, though, 19 carries, 136 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Whew.
And then Latavius Murray, though, with 15 carries and 68 yards and a touchdown.
Now I'm dead. Like a boss.
Straight boss. Dalvin Cook. This is what we've been waiting for, dude. You haven't had a rushing touchdown all year. Instead, you decided to go ahead and get 2 today? Good for you, dude. Good for you.
But Latavius Murray still is right behind him in the carry totals.
The only reason he was there is because they had this game in hand.
He got the 3rd touchdown of the game.
Don't.
When the game was actually still...
It wasn't competitive.
It wasn't. It was 41-0 at that point.
The Vikings defense put up 15 points.
That's true.
They had 8 sacks, 9 sacks. Mm-hmm. It was ridiculous. So
Stephon Diggs, 4 for 49 and a touchdown. Touchdown was the very first one of the game. And then pretty much the Minnesota just said, we don't have to throw it.
didn't need to.
There were only 14 catches on the whole team.
Adam Thielen, man, that really sucked. 2 for 19. That sucked, dude.
Honestly, I think it's just because the game was over and the running game was doing
That
so well.
sucked. That broke my heart. I think it cost me.
Kyle Rudolph is DUN there, though.
No, I mean, 3 for 23 for a tight end is pretty average at best.
If he's not getting red zone targets, he's not getting, no.
It's more than what Cameron Brate got you today.
Yeah, but Cameron Brate's got touchdown upside. I don't think Rudolph's got that.
He has no upside. All right. Next game.
Go ahead and introduce it. My computer.
Tennessee Titans at the New York Football Giants. Tennessee won this game 17-0. Marcus Mariota didn't do anything for you. Derrick Henry did it all again. He did it all. He had 170 rushing yards, 2 touchdowns. He had 21 carries in the first half.
So we were wrong because we said he wouldn't do what he... Well, we weren't wrong because we said he wouldn't do what he did last week.
And he didn't.
He didn't. But I did say that this New York running game is terrible. Run defense.
Yeah, no, you're right about that.
So Derrick Henry, is he the guy?
Yes.
100%. They are full board, Derrick Henry.
Deion Lewis got 7 carries for 35 yards. So over the past few weeks, Deion Lewis has gotten worse. Derrick Henry has gotten better because neither one of them are great. And they don't know how to be great.
I don't know. I don't know if Derrick Henry's not terrible.
No, he's not bad. No, I'm not saying he's not bad, but he's not great.
Yeah.
He's not great. He's having a great week.
Hey, he completed his pass, too.
Yeah, higher completion percentage than Marcus Mariota.
Well,
6 yards. No, but none of the receivers did anything. Corey Davis was your leading receiver, 3 for 33. Yeah, boring.
Is this Saquon Barkley's worst game of the year?
Yes. So he wrecked you today. Not even 100 yards of offense. He had a total of 56 yards. 56. The punter had half as many rushing yards as Saquon Barkley.
So we talked earlier in the season about Tennessee's run defense being really good, and then they went on a spell where they were terrible,
Mm-hmm.
and then they're good in this game. I don't know if it's just the New York offensive line is really, really bad, and Saquon's just been hiding it.
The one beneficiary from this was Evan Ingram, 8 for 75.
But if Odell's back next week,
Then he's dead.
he's back on the bench too. Would you start any of these subpar? Would you rather have Evan Ingram or Cameron Brate?
If Odell's back, I want Cameron Brate.
Oh, Evan Ingram, Kyle Rudolph,
Ingram.
Trey Burton.
Burton. But only because of Odell. If Odell's not there, I would take Evan Ingram over all of them.
Okay.
100%. But he's just...
Because he could have an even better game, too. There was a couple passes that Eli missed him on through the short.
Yeah.
And Eli, reports are he's going to be the quarterback next year.
Good job,
But-
Giants. There's not really
Would you rather them, like, if you were a fan of them, I know you're not a fan, but would you rather them deal with a meddling old quarterback who, you know, not going to win games, but we can do what the Cowboys did, and we can draft offensive linemen, make our team better. That when we get a quarterback that goes in there,
We're building.
yeah.
Yeah, because... So I watch a lot of college football. You don't watch as much as I do.
But I know this quarterback draft class isn't great.
It's not great. And then the best quarterback out of the class is going to be a professional baseball player. He's short anyway. He's 5'8".
Yeah,
He's not going to be a great pro quarterback.
He might
Kyler
be.
Murray.
He just won't get drafted as one and won't get the opportunity.
No, I mean, so you're talking about Herbert from Oregon. He might be the best one out of this class, or maybe Locke out of Missouri. But those guys they're not world beaters. They're not going to do anything that's crazy. So, take another year. Take your lumps. Now, it's my understanding that Mr. Joe Flacco and Teddy Bridgewater will be on the market. But I think that's a lateral move if you're the Giants to go after Joe Flacco.
Teddy Bridgewater would be the one that...
Exactly.
But he's going to be driving a high price.
Yes. I mean, the Saints gave up, a third-round pick just to have him as their backup.
Yeah. So he's gonna draw a pretty good market.
It could be possible, too, that the Saints are seriously trying to groom him.
Because you got to look at the teams that are going to be going after quarterbacks. So Redskins going to need a quarterback. The Jaguars are going to need a quarterback.
Redskins can't afford to pay for a quarterback.
Well, we'll see what they can weasel with cap and if they can do some injury thing, if Alex Smith's done, that's
They owe
retired.
him $20 million.
Yeah, but I wonder how much they get off the books if he's hurt.
So the tweet that I read today, and I don't want to name a source, I don't remember, but they said it was $20 million cap hit regardless of injury.
Really?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
They're going to draft a quarterback in the 4th round and start him.
You mean Josh Johnson isn't the answer?
He might be.
I mean, Colt McCoy will be back next year.
He broke his fibula too.
He always gets hurt.
Hey, if he gets an infection like everybody else.
If you get your surgeries in D.C., you're going to get infected. Speaking of these Redskins, they won 16-13. Josh Johnson is undefeated as a starter for the Washington Redskins this year.
For the Washington Redskins this year.
That's why I said. That's why I was very careful how I worded that. There were no fantasy relevant players on the Washington Redskins side of the ball.
Jeremy Sprinkle?
No fantasy relevant. I mean,
you don't want to sprinkle in some of them fantasy points?
No fantasy relevant players. And then
Was there any fantasy relevant players on the other side of the ball? D.D. Westbrook because he returned a punt for a touchdown?
Cody Kessler rushed for 68 yards.
Yeah, but he threw a pick.
Yep.
So they got rid of that.
Canceled that. Leonard Fournette busted you. No, this was a bad, ugly, stupid game. And after the game, Jalen Ramsey was asked, what do you think about Doug Marrone? Do you think he's going to be fired after the season? He's like, I ain't worried about nobody but myself. That was his words.
No, this is a team that had Super Bowl aspirations, and now they are going to have a top 5 draft pick.
I'm wondering if they keep him because I don't know whose decision it was to keep Blake Bortles as the starter.
Well, they had no better option. What was their better option? We saw
Teddy Bridgewater.
Cody Kessler. They couldn't go get him.
Could have. He was a free agent. He was out there.
I guess.
I don't think that the people knew his knee was right. I think that was what the deal was.
And Blake Bortles in the playoffs last year looked good. So the last time we saw Blake Bortles, he looked really good. He was going toe-to-toe with Tom Brady.
Okay.
So that gave you the false hope of Bortles.
All right. And we've talked enough about Cameron Brate today to go ahead and bring up his game.
Woo!
Buccaneers losing 12-20 to the Baltimore Ravens in Baltimore.
So everybody started Peyton Barber because he was good this week.
19 rushes for 85 yards and a touchdown. Good for you, Peyton.
Is there any harder running back to peg than Peyton Barber? We always say bad because majority of the times, but then he has games like this.
Against Baltimore.
Against a good defense.
One of the best, not fantasy defenses, but one of the best defenses in the entire NFL.
Yes.
And he rushes for 85 yards and a touchdown. And then he goes ahead and grabs 2 catches too for 4 yards, but still, fantasy, he had a great day.
Yeah. And then Mike Evans, 4 for 121 on Jimmy Smith.
And that was it for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yeah.
No one else was relevant.
Chris Godwin missed a couple, he dropped some passes that were just straight going to go 40 yards.
Yeah, it's not good, man.
Lamar Jackson threw a touchdown and fumbled the ball, but rushed for 95 yards.
That's pretty good.
It is. Gus Edwards had a 104-yard game and a touchdown.
Also pretty good.
And then Kenneth Dixon ran for 11 times for 48 yards. Not great. The one thing I do want to bring up about Kenny Dixon is he was actually looking good, and then he got a stupid personal foul call and was missing some blocks in the passing game. So I think he's going to be losing some time because of just playing bad.
Well, the Gus bus is rolling, dude.
He is. He still has not got a goal line carry yet, though. Inside the 10-yard line.
And we'll be interested to see, before this game, Ty Montgomery was a healthy scratch. So we knew they were going to use Kenneth Dixon a little bit more, probably in the passing game. But Gus Edwards was the better runner today. He got more carries, and Lamar Jackson was also a better runner.
So Mark Andrews beat out Hayden Hurst by
which we said Mark
0.1 in PPR.
Hey, we said,
and it's standard he beat him by a whole point.
Hey, we said he would. We called it.
We did something.
Hey, Hey, that's their 3rd-round rookie.
Are you worried about Lamar Jackson fumbling the ball, though? He fumbled again this time. And
yeah.
It was a bad one, too.
Oh, yeah.
Did you see the fumble?
No, I didn't see it, but he's fumbled every game he started.
He literally, it was a handoff. It wasn't a read option. It was a handoff, and he just, put the ball there and just didn't put it in Gus Edwards' belly.
So let's get this straight. Lamar Jackson's not a great quarterback. But for fantasy...
Not yet.
No, he's never going to be a great quarterback. He can't throw. He cannot throw. He can run. People are comparing him to Michael Vick. Michael Vick had a more accurate arm.
Not accurate. Do not say. He's
more accurate than Lamar Jackson?
Stronger. Because Michael Vick's play was to throw the ball to his 7-foot-tall
Do you
wide
remember
receivers.
that Gatorade commercial where he threw it the entire length of the field?
No, out of the field.
Yeah, out of this.
From the other end zone.
Oh, so good.
That's also when LeBron James did a free throw shot from the other end.
Yeah.
Full court shot.
So good. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like Willie Snead was the only pass catcher that did anything for you. Bust. Now, Seahawks and Niners. The Niners won a game. 2 in a row now.
They did in overtime.
They still won it.
Yeah, they won.
And they beat the Seahawks. Nick Mullins, 275 yards, a touchdown. Matt Breida, 17 for 50. Good. Jeff Wilson Jr., 7 for 46. And he had a costly penalty. He missed some bad blocks. And he ended up having a fumble. So,
You talking about Jeff Wilson Jr.?
yes.
Didn't he also run a kickoff back, though, for a touchdown? So if you get points for that, there were 6 points there to help you out.
He did. And then a tight end scored that touchdown, but it was not Kittle.
Yeah, Garrett Selleck,
Not Brent. Garrett.
2 for 61 and a touchdown.
Austin Pettis still had a good game, 5 for 83.
George Kittle did have a bomb touchdown, and Nick Mullins just overthrew him. There was nobody within 20 yards of him.
Yeah. Well, he's
So-
used to him being open, but he just didn't.
Yeah, he got too excited. Yeah, the Seahawks defense. I would say you can only play them at home, but next week they got the Chiefs at home.
No. Should probably not be on your team taking up a spot because you're not going to start the
No.
next
Doug
week.
Baldwin though, 2 touchdowns,
Sure.
4 for 77. He was
Sure.
active, 2 touchdowns.
Sure.
If he's active, do you start him?
No.
If
No.
What if you're a Keenan Allen owner and he's
No.
out there? Would you go and
No.
against the Chiefs next week?
No.
Ooh.
I can't trust him.
If he's active, let's say you can.
If he's active and I was like, Keenan Allen and Sammy Watkins were my 1 and 2,
Which they were yours.
not in the same league. And I was like, okay, sure, that's
They
what I
were
got.
yours. And ESPN for a little bit, they were. Oh no, you don't have
Not
Keenan
Keenan
Allen.
Allen.
No, that's
In
right.
Dynasty, they were
Yeah.
for a little bit. Well, no, I had Devontae. It doesn't matter. So anyway, yeah, sure. 4 for 77. There's just not enough volume in this passing offense. Now they're going to be behind against Kansas City,
They're gonna throw.
but they're going to try to control the clock. And Kansas City, I think, might even play down to Seattle. So
Yeah, we'll see how the 12s do.
yeah, I'm not buying it. I'm not. Sorry.
But if he's okay, so if Doug Baldwin's healthy, are you going anywhere near Tyler Lockett?
Yeah, Tyler Lockett's going to be.
Even with Doug Baldwin there taking the touchdowns away?
Yes, he's been doing that all year. No,
Has he?
Tyler Lockett's been the one all year.
Okay.
Patriots Steelers. Tom Brady lost this game for his team.
Ooh.
He did.
Oh, I believe you.
He threw a red zone pick.
Well, it was a bad one too.
Yeah, it was real bad. He was just trying to force the ball into, I guess it was Gronk or Edelman. Take your pick.
Romo tried defending him, saying he was trying to throw it out.
No, he wasn't.
Yeah.
He was trying to come up with a hero play, and he screwed it up. The rushing attack was bad today. Julian Edelman led the receiving, 7 for 90.
But almost all that was in the last couple drives of the game.
Still counts.
He had nothing going into
Still
that.
counts.
Chris Hogan had a long touchdown catch.
Like 63 yards or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he had 5 more yards the rest of the game. So
But still, if you started him,
you started him, it was great. James Devlin had 2 catches because we all saw that coming.
Josh Gordon only got 2 targets. I mean, you talked about this because we watched the beginning of the game. Josh Gordon wasn't even on the field. It was Cordell Patterson running curls. And you're like, Josh Gordon couldn't have done that?
Yeah, because we were like, it was going to be that kind of game.
Yeah.
And we knew, James Devlin, 2 catches.
Why? And one of them was on like a 2nd and 17, and they threw it like 2 yards to him.
What is the point? Why are we doing this? I understand. So there's a point.
I think Belichick tries to prove that he's smarter than everybody too much.
Yeah, there's a point where it's like, just play football.
Mm-hmm. Just put your best 11 out there against their best 11 and see what happens.
And you can do it. But sitting there trying to
They didn't run the ball in the first quarter, did they?
They did.
Well, they
Not
ran
effectively.
They ran with Sony Michel and they got called back for a hold.
It was ugly, dude. I hated it. I hated the way that the Patriots played this game. And I'm not afraid to say it.
So, Big Ben, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 235 yards. The interceptions were bad interceptions, too.
Yeah.
Just thrown right at guys. Same guy on the Patriots got him. But Jalen Samuels. Oh, man. Talk about a bad time for James Conner to come back.
Well, so now we have to have the discussion. Is this really the running backs are good, or this clearly the offensive line and blocking scheme?
Well, that helps out a lot.
Scheme must be...
That helps out a lot. Well, it also helps out when AB and Juju are on the outside.
Doesn't hurt.
And Big Ben's back there willing to sling the ball 52 times.
Doesn't hurt. I know that.
So, James Washington, 3 for 65. Do you care?
No. So this was the first time that the Steelers had run 5 receiver sets all year. And they did it, I think, on like 27% of their plays. I don't have the exact number in front of me. This is just one of those things that it was a new look that maybe the Patriots hadn't seen, and it was effective for them. So I'm not.
So, with that being said, the James Washington thing, even in Dynasty, I think it's hard to keep him because unless you're waiting for AB to retire. And I don't think AB's hanging it up anytime soon. Because Juju's going to be there for a while. So
Juju's going to be the man.
But that's what I'm saying. There's nowhere for James Washington to go until AB leaves.
No, and you got to remember the Steelers are a wide receiver factory. This is what they do. They go and they get great players.
Who was the guy before AB? Mike Wallace?
Mike Wallace, Emmanuel Sanders. They had Plaxico Burress. Hines Ward was the only one that really stayed. But this is what they do. This is what they've done historically for the past like 15 years, 20 years. They create
at least since Big Ben there for sure. It's been like that.
Yeah, next year they'll find a way to get James Washington super involved. He'll get about 600-700 yards receiving, and then he'll play out his rookie contract. They'll choose between him and Juju or AB. Those two guys will win out, and then James Washington will go somewhere and be a great receiver for someone else.
Vance McDonald had 2 for 13, but one of them was for a touchdown. So, hey, he'll probably be a tight end 1 this week.
I care.
Would you rather have Vance McDonald over Evan Ingram, even if Odell plays? That one's hard right there.
Yeah, dude, I don't flip a coin.
Okay, I think they're the same.
I like.
The good thing about Vance
Vance's
McDonald
better
is that Big Ben could throw the ball 52 times in the game.
I like it. Yeah, I like his quarterback a lot more.
All right.
I think that's it, right?
That's it. We'll cover the Sunday game on Monday with Monday Night Football because I want to be able to regurgitate this game and actually talk to you about what happened.
Okay.
And not just come up with it on the fly. So, any other hot takes from Monday from this week that we missed? Any injuries we didn't talk about?
I think we hit them all. Pay attention to Spencer Ware news. Pay attention to Keenan Allen, Aaron Jones.
Melvin Gordon.
He said he's going to be back. Him and James Conner will be back. So, we'll see.
Yeah.
That's it. You guys, hit us up on Instagram at Empty Wagon Pod. Hit us up on Twitter at Empty Wagon FF. Hit me up at FF Josh Hughes and then at Tack Jones for Brad. We're here to answer your fantasy football questions next week, championship week. Hope you guys won. Good luck to you. We'll see you on Tuesday.
Hey, it's also third place week. Come on, man. See you later.